Well, I hope you had a good Tuesday. It was a busy night in the NBA. First, we'll start with Atlanta against Boston. Hell yes, the Atlanta Hawks live to play another day as they defeat the Boston Celtics 119 to 117. Trae Young led the Hawks with 38 points and 13 assists, so he had a double-double. Clint Capella led the Hawks with 7 rebounds. Meanwhile, for Boston, Jaylen Brown led the way with 35 points. Jason Tatum had 8 rebounds and 8 assists. But yeah. Yeah, so the Hawks are still alive. Game 6 will be Thursday back in Atlanta, where I hope and pray that the Hawks force a Game 7. And yes, anything can happen in a Game 7. So that's the Hawks-Celtics game. And the Nuggets beat the Minnesota Timberwolves 112 to 109. Anthony Edwards led the Timberwolves with 29 points. Rudy Gobert had 15 rebounds. Mike Conley Jr. had 9 assists. Meanwhile, Jamal Murray had 35 points. Jokic had 17 rebounds and 12 points. And yes, obviously he had a triple-double too. Yes. Yeah. And, yeah. Yeah. Atlanta saving off elimination. And let's go to the Suns-Clippers game here. And yes, the Clippers have been eliminated. Norman Powell led the way with 27 points. Zubac had a double-double, 10 rebounds, 16 points. And each player had 3 assists, including, Russell Westbrook led the way with 8 assists. Meanwhile, Devin Booker had a double-double with 10 assists and 47 points. DeAndre Ayton also had a double-double with 21 points, 11 rebounds. So Phoenix is moving on to the second round as they defeat the Clippers 136 to 130. And yes, the Clippers season has ended. And yes, without Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, that's a huge blow right there. And you're shorthanded, and it's hard to win when your 2 best players are out with injuries. And yes, congratulations to Phoenix. Well deserved. And meanwhile, we have 3 possible clinching games tomorrow. We got the Cavs hosting the Knicks. Cavs trying to force a 6th game while the Knicks try to close it out. Grizzlies are back home trying to stay alive as well. But I'd rather have the Lakers take care of business tomorrow. Because you know what happened back in 2006? The Lakers took a 3-1 lead over the Phoenix Suns in the first round. And unfortunately, Phoenix came back and won 3 in a row. Well, that's when they had Steve Nash and company over there. Yeah, Steve Nash was unstoppable that year. And we had the Heat against the Bucks as well. And the Bucks also try to stave off elimination. And the Warriors and Kings have Game 5 tomorrow. And let's check out some baseball tonight on this Tuesday. Oh, yes, the Dodgers with a great comeback win over the Pirates, 8-7. Chris Taylor with a big 3-run homer in the 8th inning. Miguel Vargas also had 2 RBIs as well. And Noah Syndergaard was off the hook, though. And, yeah, we're 13-11 right now. Meanwhile, the Mariners beat the Phillies. Red Sox beat the Orioles. Rockies beat the Guardians. Reds beat the Rangers. Astros shut out the Rays 5-0 as the Rays suffered their first home loss of the season. Blue Jays shut out the White Sox 7-0. Nationals shut out the Mets 5-0. Braves beat the Marlins 7-4. Twins beat the Yankees 6-2. And the Tigers beat the Brewers 4-3. And hell yes, the Cubs shut out the Padres 6-0. Blake Snell suffers the loss. Justin Steele gets the win. Nico had 3 RBIs today. Cody Bellinger had the day off. Patrick Wisdom had 2 walks and a run scored. And Yan Gomes also had 3 RBIs and 4 hits and 2 runs scored. And the Angels beat the A's 5-3. Griffin Canning got the win. Matt Moore pitched really well. Carlos Estevez got the save. Brandon Drury had 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. Anthony Rendon scored a run and had 2 walks. Mike Trout scored a run, went 2 for 4. Taylor Ward went 2 for 4 with an RBI, but Shohei was hitless tonight. And the Royals beat the Diamondbacks 5-4. And unfortunately, the Giants came from behind, scoring 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning by defeating the Cardinals 5-4. Ryan Hesley gave up the 2-run homer in the bottom of the 9th inning. Paul Goldschmidt had 2 RBIs and 2 hits. And it was the catcher. It was Blake Sabol who had the big 2-run homer to win it for the Giants in the bottom of the 9th. Mike Yastrzemski also had 2 hits and 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Of course, he is the grandson of Carl Yastrzemski. Jock Peterson went 1 for 4 with a run scored. So, and unfortunately, the LA Kings are facing elimination tonight as they lose to the Edmonton Oilers 6-3 on this April 25th. Yeah, Kings lose to the Oilers 6-3. The Islanders beat the Hurricanes 3-2. And the Dallas Stars shut out the Minnesota Wild 4-2. And tomorrow the Panthers play the Bruins while Boston is looking to close out that series. Rubber game is the Avalanche taking on the Kraken. That series tied 2-2. And then Thursday night, the Toronto Maple Leafs looking to close out the Lightning. Same thing for Vegas, trying to close out the Jets. And the series is tied 2-2 between the Rangers and Devils. The Kings' next home game is on Saturday night, back home. So that's a must-win for the LA Kings. So, well, all right, everyone. Well, I all hope you had a good night. But yes, I'm happy that the Clippers have been eliminated. And I'm glad the Celtics lost too. Peace out.